Before you go, ladies, I wanted to bring you a bit of Meghan Markle. It's been a while since we've talked about the Duchess. She appeared on a Friends podcast this week, a woman who's even more annoying than Meghan.
The internet is in meltdown as Meghan Markle faces the one scandal even she can't control. Explosive new evidence has surfaced online, linking the Duchess of Sussex to Jeffrey Epstein's shadowy world. And this time, no amount of PR spin can make it disappear. As newly leaked documents and resurfaced guest lists send shockwaves through Hollywood and the royal family, Meghan's carefully crafted image is unraveling in real time.
Thing is just so painful. I've just picked one little clip. Here she just talks about just what a incredible work ethic she has.
My gosh, I work so hard and I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
What is she so desperate to hide? And why is her team in full-blown panic mode? Let's dive into the scandal that could finally bring down Meghan's house of cards. Long before she became a duchess, Meghan Markle was navigating the glittering but treacherous world of Hollywood's elite. Her early years as a briefcase girl on Deal or No Deal placed her at the crossroads of fame and power, where exclusive parties, charity galas, and private gatherings were the norm.
Being a mum, Prue, it's too much for me. There's only small doses of that podcast I can consume because
I think you did
it's
very
just too
well
painful.
lasting that long. I mean, it is so that is enough to make you go.
But now, those very events are under a harsh new spotlight, with investigative threads tracing Meghan's attendance at high-profile functions allegedly organized by figures like Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's notorious associate. The guest lists from these gatherings read like a who's who of the rich and powerful, and Meghan's name keeps surfacing in all the wrong places.
Is just something else. So he's made his bed, poor H, as she calls him. You know, what a silly boy he is, and he's going to learn the hard way.
As more details emerge, it's clear that her rise through Hollywood's ranks may have come with connections she desperately hoped would stay buried. The real bombshell came when a recently leaked guest list from a 2006 private networking event hosted by Epstein's inner circle allegedly included the name M. Markle.
Use contempt as the issue, and that will be the big flood of news that they try to create.
Don't the Clintons have questions to answer here? Don't the Clintons have questions to answer here, Robert? We know that by your own, one of the letter to Bill Clinton says, by your own admission, you flew on Jeffrey Epstein's private plane on 4 separate times. During one of these trips, you were even...
That revelation was quickly followed by the discovery of a flight manifest from the same year listing a Markle as a guest on a private jet flying from New York to LA. While Meghan's team insists it's all a coincidence or a case of mistaken identity, the timing and details are disturbingly hard to dismiss. Independent journalists have verified the events and travel dates, and the public is demanding answers.
Richard receiving a massage from one of Mr. Epstein's victims.
And so Donald Trump is on at least 17 times in the files, according to the Wall Street Journal. And I'm sure that this committee is going to subpoena, I'm sure they are going to subpoena all of Trump's work too, right? All of his involvement, that they had 1,000
Instead of putting the rumors to rest, Meghan's frantic denials and legal threats have only intensified the scrutiny, leaving many to wonder, if there's nothing to hide, why all the panic? As the scandal explodes across social media, royal commentators and biographers are seizing the moment. Figures like Lady Colin Campbell and Tom Bower have gone public, accusing Meghan of intentionally cultivating relationships with the wealthy and powerful, including those in Epstein's orbit. Their interviews have gone viral, fueling a wave of speculation and demands for full transparency.
FBI agents redacting all the famous people so that they wouldn't actually do the people that were the perpetrators. They would only keep the victims victimized. And that's what's coming out all over TV. And it's a tragedy, and it's a horrific tragedy.
It is, but I just go back to my questions.
Okay, that's aside from that, Mrs. Lincoln, how's the play?
Critics argue that Meghan's charm and ambition were her ticket into elite circles, and that her marriage to Prince Harry was the ultimate shield for a questionable past. With every new revelation, the calls for Meghan to come clean grow louder, and the pressure for her to address these allegations head-on is reaching a fever pitch. Behind closed doors, Meghan and Harry's team is reportedly in full crisis mode. Insiders say their Montecito mansion has gone into lockdown, with staff scrambling to scrub social media, silence former allies, and fire off legal threats to anyone daring to connect Meghan to Epstein. But in today's digital age, every attempt to erase the story only makes it spread faster. The Sussexes' refusal to address the allegations directly has backfired spectacularly, eroding public trust and fueling even more speculation.
No, it's not. It's the sense that saying you can talk about Donald Trump and that's all fine, but don't the Clintons
and all the victims being victimized more?
Yes,
and then
I totally accept.
Who was the
okay.
AA? I know what an AA does. An AA is the top assistant who expedites, because I've been AA to people.
Okay, I accept all of that.
Epstein's stuff.
I'm not questioning.
Staff meetings have reportedly turned tense, with advisors divided over whether to issue a statement or stay silent, and some employees worried about being dragged into legal battles themselves. The harder Meghan's team tries to control the narrative, the more out of control it becomes. The fallout from the Epstein scandal is hitting Meghan where it hurts most: her reputation and her business interests. Major sponsors and brand collaborators have quietly paused or pulled out of deals, unwilling to risk their own names being linked to such a toxic controversy. Even Netflix and other media partners are reportedly reconsidering future projects. Meanwhile, the royal family's response has been a wall of icy silence. No support, no denial. Just a clear signal that Meghan is on her own. For a woman who once seemed untouchable, the sudden distancing from both brands and the royals is a devastating blow, leaving her more isolated than ever as the scandal continues to grow. What makes this scandal even more explosive is the glaring contrast between Meghan's public persona and the details emerging from these allegations. For years, she's positioned herself as a champion of women's rights and a voice for the vulnerable. Yet now she's facing questions about her own associations with one of the most notorious predators in recent history. The hypocrisy is impossible to ignore, and the silence from her camp only deepens the suspicion. As the public demands answers, the real question becomes, what else is being hidden? Who is working to protect Meghan, and how far will her team go to keep the truth from coming out? As Meghan's carefully constructed image continues to unravel, one thing is certain: this scandal is far from over. The silence from her team, the distancing from brands, and the royal family's cold withdrawal are all signs that the story is only just beginning. For viewers and readers, now is the time to stay skeptical, dig deeper, and keep asking the tough questions. What else is lurking beneath the surface? And who stands to benefit from keeping it hidden? In the end, the truth always finds a way to the light, no matter how hard anyone tries to bury it. Stay tuned, because this is one royal drama that's only getting started.